like to welcome everyone to One Angry Black Republican podcast, Season 2, special episode 8, The State of Black Youth in America. I want to first start off with an apology to our children. I'm sorry. As a Generation X-er, we created a paradigm shift. Okay, my generation, the hip-hop generation. Let's just keep it funky. We the hip-hop generation. We are the generation of the Sugar Hill Gang. We are the generation of Boogie Down Production. We are the generation of Rakim. The generation of NWA. The generation of Smith and Wesson. You know, our generation changed music, black music specifically, for ever. You know, our music, going back to the slave spirituals, moving through time to the, you know, the blues and the jazz era. A lot of our music spoke of religion and love. We spoke about, you know, relationships. We spoke about, you know, the struggle in our music. And it resonated throughout the ages. And, you know, we saw that in, you know, last night's versus battle. You know, looking at the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, beautiful, beautiful music. Our you know, people have given the world. And, you know, let's not downplay the influence of oppression on our struggle, okay? You know, we have a generation of people that, you know, want to eliminate responsibility. You know, I'm not blaming white supremacy for our problems. I'm calling white supremacy out for its role in the assault on black culture. It was a direct assault. And, you know, I don't know why, you know, we have to have so much pride, you know, to negate that reality. You know, don't tell me I'm blaming the white man because, you know, I am calling out those ills and the wickedness that led to the issues that are prevalent in our community. Okay, I'm not diminishing, you know, my own responsibility in stating that. I'm not. I'm calling out the reality of what we have to struggle against and what we have to understand in order to be able to, you know, wrap our heads around what has to be done next. Because ultimately, we're at a place where we have to make decisions, qualitative decisions, to move ourselves forward as a people. We're fragmented. You know, we're disjointed. These are realities that we have to face in any moment of movement as we decide on the things that are important to us that we have to hold on to so that we can move our culture in the direction it needs to go in. And, you know, what is happening among our youth today is no coincidence. You think it's a coincidence that, you know, the culture experienced a new paradigm shift in hip hop when, you know, with the rise of drill music and, you know, the rise of Chief Keef and, Lil Durk and, King Von, rest in peace. So, and Big Chop, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out those young boys in Chicago. It's like we created that. We created the reality of what, and we created that reality that they push forward because we passed them that baton. We are something different. White supremacy created a different animal in us. And we have to navigate through those realities. We can't just wipe it underneath the carpet. It behooves me that we have people out here who believe and think like that. I applaud the success of our people. I do. I applaud our success. We got so many black people in America, in spite of the oppression, in spite of the changed beings that we have become, have still been able to conquer their realities in this culture. Okay? And we got beautiful brothers and sisters who are in major positions of power in America right now. Right now. So it is incumbent upon us, especially those of us with time left. We got some time left to change our realities. We got time, many of us. And when God, punches our clock and pulls us to the hereafter, I should say until God, excuse me, until God punches our clock and pulls us into the hereafter, and that can happen any moment. That can happen any moment. It is our responsibility with every waking breath to push the rock forward, to push the boulder forward. And we got an Everest to climb, okay? We got an Everest to climb. We got a whole culture of music where, individuals are like literally rapping about murdering people. Rapping about people they shot. Like, right on, I smoked this one, picked the pole up. I mean, literally. So music has taken an egregious, turn. To the point where, we losing young boys early. Okay? And we got a whole culture of folk who want to wash their hands of responsibility to that, that paradigm, reality, that shift, straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube, in a gang called Niggas with Attitude. When I'm called off, I got the sawed off, bodies all hauled off. Like, he said that. He said that. You know what I'm saying? And now we got, jokers like, talking about, some dude that just got murdered. You know what I'm saying? Who shot you? Separate the weak from the obsolete. Hard to creep these Brooklyn streets. I mean, we have spoken, and I get, the philosophy or the ideology of talking about our experience. And that's why hip hop is important, because we should, talk about the experiences of, living in the hood and growing up in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? And that's not our exclusive experience, which is why, other artists who come out of a different experience and they're black, we got to hail them up too. especially in many cases, because the state of our culture and our youth, our youth are like wrecking balls, and they're wrecking, the reality of their lives in America, and, creating a conundrum for all of us to deal with as we're trying to navigate through the next, set of steps that our culture must take in order to recalibrate. Our culture must recalibrate. How do we do that? That's why we need the think tanks. That's why we need the cultural conversations. It's not enough to rely on, politicians to govern. And, their role is to govern. Okay. Maintain equilibrium and balance. We popularize, these roles, and, it's like, the local mayor becomes the celebrity. That's our, reality in America. It's like, these are public servants. You know what I'm saying? Since when does the public servant, have more, and I'm not going to even go there. Let's not even go there, because, I don't want to beat up on politicians. Okay, when I look at a politician, I look at a public servant. One of the youngest mayors in America was like 18. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, when you take on a public service role in our community, okay, teachers, that's a public service role in our community. Okay, we got a lot of disorder in our community. Now, over the years, we have seen a progression towards, the attack on the people who are in these realities. That's what we have experienced. It's like you wake up one day and you're a slave, and, then all of a sudden you're, off the plantation. Read Booker T. Washington's Up From Slavery. Okay, he captures that moment. Booker T was a slave. He captures that moment where, the emancipation is delivered. And all these slaves are standing in the front yard of the plantation in front of the big house, and the slave owner comes out and it's like, listen, man, y'all are all free now. It's like, huh? What do we do? You got slaves looking all around, and Booker T observes this. You know what I'm saying? He observes the reality, and he had some understanding. He knew the system. He knew the culture. He knew America. He knew it well. And he knew these slaves weren't prepared to integrate into America. He knew that. He knew it was going to take years of rebuilding, years of recalibrating, years of reorganizing, years of rethinking, years of re-education, education. He knew that. Skilled labor, he wanted to start with. Like, listen, man, we got some slaves here who got, if we could get them some trade skills, cash your bucket down where you stand. Like, get this land. Let's get into agriculture. Let's get into, masonry. Let's get into these fields that, can help us build, rebuild. While at the same time giving us the focus on rebuilding culture, rebuilding understanding, rebuilding self, humanity. This is what Booker T. Washington's vision was. He was smart. And don't get me wrong, I love Du Bois. Like, I could spend years just studying Du Bois and Booker T, their argument. That's the beauty of scholarship. You could bury yourself in moments in history, and really, try to understand the thinking that led our people forward. Because, Du Bois, Du Bois wasn't no slave in the traditional sense. Okay? Yeah, it could be argued that, all black people are slaves. We have enslavement. Nah, I don't buy that. That's why it's important to call out our reality and be steadfast in accepting the reality that we live under. We were oppressed. We were assaulted. Our culture was assaulted. Our culture was attacked. That happened. And yes, we're fragmented as a result of it. We beat each other up over the years. We took advantage of each other over the years. We did a lot of things over the years. Okay? While, trying to navigate through assault. Trying to navigate ourselves through assault. It was real. One of the reasons I, made this special episode is because of a Facebook post I read yesterday. It's easy to beat up on black men, who are broken. And I'm sick and tired of listening to arguments by anyone, specifically women, who attack black men. And it is an attack on black men when you're calling out the sicknesses that have infested our culture and our reality. We didn't wake up one day without no license. We didn't wake up one day without good credit. We didn't wake up one day being womanizers. We didn't wake up one day like this. Something happened. Forces acted upon us and rebuilt us. Dialectics. We became something different watching the slave master, experiencing his abuse of our women. Oh, what it would have been like to be one of those slaves. With my slave wife and our slave family on the plantation. And slave master come and knock on my goddamn door and tell me to go take a walk. While I gotta experience my wife, who I'm gonna live for. Oh my God, the decision. Having to hold that rage back because they talked about this. Well, baby, he gonna come through, and he gonna want this. He gonna want some of this. He gonna come through. What we gonna do? You can't kill him, and that man having to wrestle with that reality, wanting to bash that slave master's skull in, but having to think about his children and trying to figure out how to have hope and moving forward. God damn that reality. Can you imagine being that man? Having to make that decision? All right, baby, for the betterment of the family, if we gonna handle it, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and take this walk when he come knock on our door, and he gonna come in there, he gonna take advantage of you. He ain't gonna use no condom. He ain't gonna use no condom. You might get pregnant because what did he do? So we're gonna have to deal with that baby that come out of him, out of you. They got a humiliation. These people humiliated us. Excuse me. These people humiliated us. They humiliated us. And think of the strength of that man, having to endure that. Think of the strength of that man who endured that. And then he came back, having to feel his, woman's reality. Did she enjoy it? Is she getting used to it? Think of Edward the Longshank, Prima Nocta. And y'all know I make a lot of references to film. And film is important in our lexicon. It's important in our culture. Because a lot of times, when we are on the go, some of us got to work 2-3 jobs at a moment. I remember those moments, working 2 jobs, full time, having very little time to do anything when I get home, because I got to get some rest. So I throw on a movie. Braveheart. And I try to use that as a catalyst because I'm reading something usually. And, it's like, we got to do what we got to do to move the needle forward. And we only get one life. So whatever you dealt with and whatever you're going through, think about that slave man, that brother, that black man on the plantation who had to endure his woman being shared by the slave master right in his face. The strength and endurance of that man who had to deal with that reality, that shaped and changed us. And then fast forward, a couple hundred years later, and you hear some black woman talking about, oh, why you always gotta blame white supremacy? We don't feel safe with you because whatever. Fuck you mean you don't feel safe with us? All the shit we had to endure and go through in this culture to keep pushing forward. And for you to just haphazardly, I'm so delicate of a person. I done so much and I'm independent. Man, get the fuck out of here with that. I'm so sick of that message. That lack of understanding of the realities of what we had to endure and how it changed who we are. Yes, the black man has gone through hell and it broke us in so many ways. But we still here. Moving the needle forward. We still here. Moving forward. And right now, we got a whole cadre of children out there who need us. We got a whole lot of children who are going to go through this prison reality, who are going to be in jail for 2-3 years. We're not thinking about the quality of their lives and how those lives are changing. King Von got arrested at like 19 for murder. Spent 3 years in jail. That 3 years shaped that child. That 3 years shaped him. He became something different. Come on, man. One of his, tracks, albums called Grandpa or Grandson. Because in jail, he had an elderly, brother, who was 80 years old, who had to wheel around in prison. And that 80-year-old probably protected his life in prison. Called him his grandson. Took him under his wing. And that boy survived 3 years in prison. It's like time just stands still for some people when they're in prison. Time stands still. The world is moving on. So you survive in that environment, then you come out. You get a smidgen on the earth, making some music, and then gone. And then gone. But because of music. Shouldn't be like that. We got to change this culture. We got to change this music. It ain't going to be easy. You think Jay-Z give a shit? Billionaire. Sitting on the top of the earth somewhere. Probably literally. Our journey is still continuing and struggling and moving. So no, we got a long way to go. A long way to go. But we cannot give up and we cannot give in. And don't get me wrong, I understand the reality of I understand why a lot of sisters say what they do about black men. I do. They want us to be our best selves. but we can't negate the reality of the experience and what happened to us if we truly are talking about changing our culture. We got to stop knocking people for talking about what happened to us. Our past is important. We have got to connect with that past, or we're going to continue to repeat it. So, again, I apologize to the youth out there. It's hard when, people can't see the overarching realities of how this condition got the way it is. Let's remember what happened in Chicago. Okay, the ghetto was created in Chicago. The projects were deliberately built. Remember Mayor Daley, who built the projects to, be isolated from the rest of Chicago? That happened. Damn it, that happened. Okay, that happened. And now we see a very, very unique reality going on in Chicago. Everybody want to talk about the crime rate in Chicago. Well, let's talk about what created the crime rate. And should we, not call out Daley? Should we not call out, and he still got, a legacy. He got a legacy. Where's his family stepping up, talking about some, let's call him out. Dr. Seuss's family want to step out. If people are stepping out, what about the Daley family? What responsibility do they have to what's going on in Chicago? With drill music coming out of Chicago. Young teenagers talking about who they done murdered. Hurts me when I watch a Chief Keef sitting there. And don't get me wrong, you can make all of this money in the world. Money don't mean shit. Money don't mean shit if you don't got consciousness. What money mean? You gonna use that money to sleep with, thousands of women? With another Wilt Chamberlain? Huh? That's what it is? Pleasure? You got all this goddamn money and, all your life is about is pleasure. You got brothers dropping thousands of dollars at a strip bar. And I am not knocking strip bars or strip clubs. If I had a couple of $1 million, that's probably what I'm going to do with it. I'm gonna do something. I got debauchery in my soul. I got to recondition to get that out. You got to recondition. So I'm not knocking the journey. But what I am saying is that, we have got to learn to take responsibility for our reality. And in taking responsibility for our reality, the process of healing requires us to call out the realities that have created the problem. And white supremacy has been one of those big realities that help create the problem. So we got to call it out. We got to call it out. I had to get that energy off my spirit. So I realized that I'm probably gonna, start doing, quite a bit more, podcast entries, because ultimately it's like waiting a week to upload a new podcast. That's proving insufficient. And part and parcel this particular special entry, because I also wanted to spend a few minutes, just talking about Lil Nas X. And, big shout out Lil Nas X. I actually sent the tweet to try to get that last pair of Satan shoes. And there's a reason I did that. Ain't nobody afraid of the devil. When you are drenched in the blood of Christ, All right. I'm a soldier for the Lord. Okay. I'm a Christian revolutionary. You know, so, and like Castro taught us, religion isn't an opiate. It's not an opiate, okay, to delude us from the revolutionary process. I'm still in that phase of the process where I'm just trying to, build ideology, build theory. Weapon is, theory is a weapon. Okay, Millie Carter Cabral gave us that. So yeah, it's a process, not a conclusion. Even if revolution was to happen, that's just the beginning. That's probably to be the easiest phase. The more difficult phase would be rebuilding, a culture that is, not the same, as the culture we just left. I mean, if Animal Farm taught us anything, Animal Farm, the pigs, who launched the revolution, Napoleon and Boxer, off the ideology. Old Major gave us ideology. Then all of a sudden, they come up with all of these revolutionary rules and songs, and then when, Napoleon, takes charge, he, ends up creating the same society that, they just overthrew. And now the pigs are standing on the pigs are standing on 2 feet and walking, and, think of that image of all the animals on the farm looking in the building and, watching the pigs play cards and drink and smoke with the humans making deals. That's happening in so many of our communities, where, the once man of the people, power to the people, ends up becoming no different than the people who just took over. You just overthrew. You're no different than the people you just cracked the ceiling of. And then all of a sudden, now, you don't allow protests. How does a Newark teacher, find himself outside of that context because of protests? This is what we're doing to our youth. We gave them hip hop as a weapon, and then all of a sudden, now they're using hip hop, to exercise beef and problems in their community, and they're being lambasted for it. Okay, we're hypocritical in that reality. So it's time for that change. Okay, that's gonna, and that's gonna bring me back to this point about Little Nas X. Little Nas X, and got, I'm gonna pray for this brother. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the biggest artists we got in the culture today. And, he has embraced this message, this satanic message. First of all, Call Me by Your Name, was a film. That was, a film about, two gays, well, not really two gays, but yeah, one, had a professor and his son, and, the professor brings one of his graduate students to live with them for a spell, and, during which, now the graduate student is like 24 and, the kid is like 17, and they end up having an illicit affair, a gay affair. And, that pretty much spoke to, not more so much the gay issue, but the pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're dealing with a minor here. You know what I'm saying? Minors are still trying to develop who they are going to be. When you're 24 grad student, you kind of like are in motion towards where you're going in life. And, so that's, for the Little Nas X to, kind of snatch that title or whatever and, plant himself in the Garden of Eden. I guess he's Eve in this video, Eve who's being seduced by the serpent, and then, the quote unquote, Christian reality of sin, and, the seductiveness of, the serpent, kissing and, in this sensuous way and, carrying on down to his private reality. And, next thing you know, Lil Nas X is on a long pole descending down, from heaven to, hell, pandemonium, the castle hell, in which he's on this pole, making all kinds of seductive motions as if he's like a pole dancer, you know, um, and then he's in hell and he walks over to the devil and seduces the devil, gives the devil his seductive lap dance. And, it's just a lot of sexual imagery, that's debauchery, whatever, and then he snaps the devil's neck and, takes the horns, I guess becomes the devil, and, Lil Nas X, I feel for the brother. I mean, he was abused by his own, what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not going to sit here and try to say that I can empathize with, young black brothers who are going through homosexuality, and I'm not saying going through homosexuality. What I mean is who are, trying to navigate the person that they're trying to become. And homosexuality is a part of their reality. And, to have to hide that from people, because our people can be cruel. You know what I'm saying? And, that's part and parcel of what we got to talk about, how to get beyond that cruelty towards each other. Maybe we start there. But, it's like, I understand, you go through this whole experience and you can't be who you are, and you come to hate yourself because, you think all these people are right and they're wrong. They're wrong. You have a right to be who you are and be who you're going to be. And, nobody has a right to judge that. Nobody has a right to do anything about that. And, the way he changes, he becomes something else. And now, we got to deal with, this message of, Satanism that is being delivered to our children. Once again, how many kids are going to pick that up, and who's going to take it to the next level? That's what a lot of us don't realize when we start a movement. It's like, I'm not thinking about Lil Durk anymore. I'm not thinking about Chief Keef anymore. I'm thinking about, that 6-year-old who is listening to Chief Keef, or that 6-year-old who's listening to Lil Durk, talking and KJB Duck or whatever his name is. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, brother. It's just a memory issue on me, and I'm not, I think it's KGB Duck though. But the point is, I'm thinking about the next generation that's paying attention to you guys. Okay? And what they're going to do. What that 6-year-old is going to do when he start rhyming at 6. Knock this little nigga out in the lunch line. You know what I'm saying? Stomped him out. Now I'm Michael Myers in the room, with the padded room, and, they trying to, and then he come out at 12 and 13, a monster. Or the people are going to be influenced by Lil Nas X, who, start using Ouija boards at 3. At some point, we got to think about the next generation that's watching us. You pissed off at a generation before you, and you're not thinking about the generation behind you. So you're no different than the generation before you, even worse. We got to stop that trend. We got to break that cycle somehow. Okay? And I'm not saying it's all of their responsibility, because they're dealing with the pressure and the pain as well. You know what I'm saying? So I hope I get them Lil Nas X Satan shoes. I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I'm embracing Satanism. You know what I'm saying? But I want to go through the experience with you, brother. In Dante's Inferno, Dante had, his main character had to go into hell to get his wife Beatrice from hell. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we got to journey into hell and bring them out. Who knows what that unfolds, or what's going to unfold as a result of it. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, what must be done? What must be done? I'm gonna give you a, Lenin title. What must be done? We're gonna think about that, moving forward. So this is a special episode of, One Angry Black Republican podcast. Your host B. Peace out.